JDS Flying Connect. I've got another one of these, but it's got an LED light in it now. These are for night flights. You've already seen my other videos with the QF-002 baby. I just did one today also. We're gonna take this out and assemble it. There's all your stuff in there, and there's your remote on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to assemble this one too. Well, let's get all the parts out. Back in a second. Okay, here's all our parts here. What we've got here is our manual. These are all our parts for the motors, stuff like that, how to push them in. These are our motors right here. My light strips. Here we go, light strips. Look how much you get for your buck, eh? This is a mount. This is so you can get this little screw in. I can show you where it goes in later. It's right inside here. It's hard to get to. There's your back. Your elevator piece. Your rudder. Comes with a charger. And there's the battery. 3.7 volts. 200 and something milliamp. When you can't see, get a magnifying glass. Here we go. So it's 3.7, 220 milliamp. Anybody would have a problem reading that. It's really fine print. There you go. And there's all the parts. And you get 3 batteries. Okay, you have to supply these batteries yourself. Okay, this little piece goes on the top. I'll show you that later. This is your back door for your batteries. I'll show you how that goes in there right now. And the rest of it I'll show you when I finish doing it and how everything's going to go. Here we go. Put that in there. Put sure the battery in there. Here we go. That one there wasn't quite in. There we go. And this piece goes right in here. Just like that. There's your power switch. It's on. Good. There you go. That was bound. We go off. That blinks like that when it's in your rates. Okay? Enough of that for now. Let's get to assembling this puppy. Show you this part, how to get this motor into its housing. It's a little tricky. There's the housing. Okay, you want it to go this way. First you got to get that through. It'll come, just takes a little bit. There it comes. Almost through. There we go. Now this paper, just roll it up like that. It's flat, roll it up and pull it there too. See, and it comes through very easy. And what I do is make sure these are this way. Okay, and then we just push it all the way to the back. Like that. There's how you put your motors in your housing. Okay? The black's done that way too. There we go. Back in a momento. Okay, what I did here was I put these on, making sure they didn't go over the edge of the wing. And also right here, you just take your screwdriver, make sure you don't damage, this hole, but just above it, and make a little gully. See the little gully I put there? Dug some foam out. Sits there flat, and I'll show you what it'll look like when it goes in. See these 2 little things? They've got to fit right in those holes. Okay, so what we're going to do is go like that. Okay, they're going to be on the bottom here. We'll go like that. I'll show you what it looks like. It doesn't matter if it sticks out the top, you'll get the gist. See how it goes in there nicely on the bottom? Fits in there nice, and there's no wire sticking out. Okay, that's that. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to have your motor on this side like this, right here, okay? That's the blue and red over there. And you put this on the other side of the plane. So you take this, put it under here like that. See, I've already done the other one. There's the screws. Okay, now you just take this, put it there, and put the screws in. Okay? Okay, so that's how that'll look. 2 pieces of tape on here to hold the motor wires in. Put these so they're up here, and we have to get, remember, you got to keep them out of the way of these holes. And we're going to put them in through this hole on the top here. Okay, we're going to fit everything in there. Now what you do, see these holes? Feel the bottoms look in there now? Everything looks good. Nothing sticking out here or there. Okay, what we're going to do to hold that in place now is this, right? It only goes one way. You can see the curve. This goes in like that. Push it through, hold it in place. And then now what we're going to do is put on this piece, okay, and fit everything in there so it fits nice and tickety-boo in this compartment. That could be a bit of a game. Be back in a minute. Okay, what I need to show you now is you're going to put those 2 strip lighting, the blue connectors, into here. Okay, the black connectors. Then there's a red and a white one, and you have to put it in there. Okay, and then after you get it to this point, you're going to hook up your battery. Okay, and you're going to turn on this switch. There's a switch right here, see it? Turn it on nice and slowly, let it blink. Turn on your remote. Okay, you'll see the lights. And then we're going to test the props too, see? They're working. Oh, they're both working. Get it back further so you can see it. Then we want to go like this. When you turn this, that way it makes motors go without even putting the throttle up, see? Okay, the test is passed. Everything's working. LED lights are on. Okay, if you want to turn them off or have them flashing, you can go like that. Okay, so hit this switch here. That'll get them flashing while they're, let's say you lost it in a tree or something. There you go. Or you can have it like that. You'll still see it too. Okay, be back in a minute. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, now you got all your wires in there. Okay. You basically just put them over to one side there and then push this in. You'll see. You'll be able to get it. Okay, and I put a screw at this end. And I put a screw in here. Okay, that was coming from this part here. Now the one here, right here, is going to be tricky. It's right down in there. I don't know if you can see that. See the light? I can get you some light here so you can see it better. There. There's a screw hole right back in there. And we got to get to it. That's what those tweezers are for. Okay? And it's one hard one to get, but we're going to get it. See you in a bit. Okay, we got it all in there. We got our screw down in there. You can see that. It's good. You put a screw here and a screw here. Okay, now we're going to do the rear end of this. So just match up the grooves on this with this. Okay, so you're going to go like this. See that little groove there? Then you're going to take this, put it in that hole, and go like that, right? And that's all in. And what we're going to do, put one more screw in here. Back in a minute. Okay. So what you're going to do is, the battery's in there now, but there's the battery in there. You can just, it's easy to put in. Just make sure you push the wires around. Don't push anything too hard. You don't want to damage anything. If it's not going, it doesn't go. But charge that battery first. So what you're going to do is plug the other end of the battery here, right? And this charger is going to be red when it's charging. When it's out totally, it's fully charged. And it'll take anywhere from 35 to 40, 50 minutes, depending on how low the battery was. And try not to deplete so that this thing's, you know, falls out of the sky. I think the battery will keep going for a while, but you don't want to do that to the battery. It sort of screws it up. Anyways, here we are, fully finished. Okay, there's the landing gear. Very nicely put on. You just have to pull these apart a bit, you know, and get it tighter. So what I mean by that is push these apart like this, and then push this in, and it'll go in tighter. And the front goes on that way. Okay, and there you go. We are totally finished assembly. Okay, there's the bottom of the plane with the lights, everything. That's pretty cool. Why don't we just turn it on? See how it looks here. Make sure you're going to be able to see all this. There we go. We'll turn the bottom on. There's our switch. Wait for that light to come on, blinking like that. See it blinking below. Turn this on, then those other lights come on, and then test it. There we go. Looks pretty cool, eh? Very nice. Put this up a bit so you can see it better. Doesn't that look cool? Very nice, very nice. This is my other one here, and it doesn't have lights on the bottom. It's a great flyer too. That's the one you've seen me flying 2 other ones in 2 other videos. If you check them out, if you haven't seen them, you can check it out. But here it is with the lights. I think that's going to be much nicer. I can fly this at night now. Very cool. Very, very cool. Look at the end 2 lights. They're white, eh? On both sides. Biggest trick here is don't let this go over the edges, okay? And don't over tighten these. Make them so they're firm all over. Don't over tighten anything, and you should be fine. And when you're in the high rates, like I showed you, this button up here, that's your rates, right? And this is your lights. You can turn them off totally, turn them back on. See? Turn them off, turn them back on. Okay. And again, there's your rates. Makes it turn better and everything. There you go, everything's running there tickety-boo. Anyways, that's JDS Flying Canuck. Hope you enjoyed that assembly. And you're gonna love this thing, man. You're just gonna love it, trust me. Take your time when you're flying. But anyways, it's a beautiful plane. And I know you're gonna love it, man. I know you're gonna love it. Anyways, JDS Flying Canuck over and out. Another great assembly all day. See you later. Bye-bye. I forgot to add, I am going to do a night flight with this, okay? So you guys can see it, what it's like. And I will do that as soon as possible. There you go. Here we go. Beautiful. Beauty. It's about nice right there. Beautiful. Wow. Bring it back around this way. Lower it down a bit. There you go. We'll turn it. And slow her down. Look at this. Is that nice or what? It's just floating there. Beautiful. We'll bring her over for landing now. Here we go. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. JDS flying Canuck for the night flight of the baby QF-002. Beautiful bird. With all the flights you see me done with the 2 different ones now, you should know this is a no-brainer. Go out and buy yourself one, man. JDS flying Canuck. Over there you go.
Thank you.